Hello and welcome to your in-depth weekly horoscope for week commencing the 28th of November. This is for the Sun or the Ascendant. Now I'm going to give you a broader overview of what to expect, but please stay with me. I will then dive deep to give you, in forensic detail, all the key dates and influences particularly relevant to your sign. Now, Mars has been in a really difficult alliance with Neptune since the start of October. And by the end of this week, that comes to a close. But also this week, Mars is forging a very structurally helpful angle to Saturn. Now, they're both in air signs, and although Mars is continuing to retreat backwards through to the 12th of January, the angle to Saturn means that where we think things through or discuss things in a very well thought through manner, the chances are that this plan or project can gain traction. So that's really helpful. Now we do have that sparkling alliance between Mercury and Venus in the sign of Sagittarius, and that's opposite Mars this week, but that can create some flirty moments, certainly some vivacious energy, but also the square between Saturn and Uranus, which is dominated within 3 degrees of the exact square over the last couple of years. By the end of this week, that also comes to a close. And also by Sunday at the end of this week, Neptune ends its long retrograde too. So the innovation that Neptune square with Mars has created is going to ease, particularly with Saturn's support of Mars. It is true that we still need to be aware that Mars's retrograde can cause frustrations when things aren't moving as quickly as we would like. But in general, we are coming to the end of a very difficult and intense period of time, and we're still bathing in the energy of that Sagittarius new moon. So a more progressive time, things are going to start to feel much less frustrating. If you would like to ascend above this zodiac presentation and understand what your personal prospects are for 2023 based on your astrological data of time, date and place of birth, I can give you your forecast plus the rest of this year 3, and in my special package of 30% off, also your life roadmap, your character analysis. All this information will give you searing insights to guide your moves future forwards. Please see the link below. Also, if you've yet to subscribe to my channel, I'd be honoured if you did so now. Please click or tap on the bell notification symbol. And if you already are subscribed, thank you so much for your support and all your views. So Leo, your week commencing the 28th of November forecast continues to see that cluster of energy in your sister fire sign of Sagittarius. House 5 is very much in keeping with the energy of your sign. It's expressive, warm, affectionate, playful, and can be gregarious with Venus and Mercury in the mix. There could be some options in terms of your social affairs because Mars, although it's retrograde, is in an opposition with Venus and Mercury. If you're single, for example, there could be a sudden development, there could be an invitation, a chance to go on a date, and you may be a little bit unsure, but it could happen so quickly. You may be asked to make an inner snap decision of whether to go with this or not. Perhaps it's you that's going to have a sudden change of mind. Entirely possible. But Mars, of course, is in your sector of long-term planning and friendship. And since the end of August, but particularly the start of October, there has been some confusion around this part of your situation. That will ease as Neptune goes direct at the end of this week, and Mars and Neptune come to the end of their right angle. But of course, Saturn and Uranus, that's been really tough for the last couple of years. And maybe some relationships have really needed work or a fresh approach, particularly around your professional situation, I feel, with Uranus in your 10th house of how you impact with the world at large, but also maybe Uranus is asking you to be a bit more authentic about where you want to assert yourself. And at times, maybe you've dared to be a little bit more provocative. But again, that aspect coming to the end at the end of this week is something we can all celebrate. But Mars does forge a very constructive link to Saturn. So the people you do get on well with, you do feel that there is a kind of understanding of your joint values, because with Mars and Saturn being in air signs, it's very much to do with communication. So if your communication with certain people is really strong, then those alliances can actually go from strength to strength as this week goes on. But don't underestimate Venus and Mercury in that rather vivacious conjunction in Sagittarius. It could see you having given yourself permission to have some fun, and why not indeed?